The Nobel Prize in Literature for 2024 is awarded to South Korean author Han Kang for her...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have some incredibly exciting news from the world of literature. South Korean novelist Han Kang has just been awarded the prestigious Nobel Prize in Literature for her intense poetic prose that confronts historical traumas and explores the fragility of human life. If you're a fan of her work, or even if you're new to her books, you want to stick around as we dive deep into Han Kang's literary legacy, why she's being celebrated on the global stage, and what this one means for contemporary literature. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with Han Kang, she is a 53-year-old novelist from South Korea whose work has left an indelible mark on modern literature. Best known internationally for her novel The Vegetarian, Han Kang's writing is often described as both poetic and unsettling, as she tackles themes like identity, human suffering, and the weight of history. Her other critically acclaimed works include The White Book, Human Acts, and Greek Lessons. These novels confront readers with some of the darkest parts of the human experience, forcing us to reflect on how fragile life really is. And it's this unique voice, blending beauty and brutality, that has earned her the Nobel Prize in Literature this year. This prestigious award has a long and rich history, dating back to 1895, when it was established by Alfred Nobel, the Swedish chemist and inventor of dynamite. But here's something you might not know. Nobel had deep literary interests himself. His library was filled with books in different languages, and in his later years, he even began writing fiction. That's why literature became one of the 5 areas mentioned in his will, along with the prizes for physics, chemistry, medicine, and peace. The Nobel Prize in Literature is awarded to an author who, in the words of Nobel's will, has produced the most outstanding work in an ideal direction. But what does that mean? Essentially, the Nobel Prize honors writers whose works push the boundaries of literature, those who tackle profound themes with artistry, contributing to human understanding in unique and meaningful ways. Han Kang joins the ranks of literary giants like Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Toni Morrison, and Kazuo Ishiguro, an incredible honor that reflects the impact of her work on the world stage. So, what is it about Han Kang's writing that captured the attention of the Swedish Academy and readers around the world? One of the defining characteristics of her work is her ability to confront historical trauma head-on. Take Human Acts, for example. This novel explores the 1980 Gwangju uprising in South Korea, a tragic event in which hundreds of civilians were killed by the military government during pro-democracy protests. In the novel, Han Kang doesn't shy away from the violence and the pain, but instead, she gives voice to the individuals whose lives were destroyed or forever altered by this event. It's haunting, but it's also deeply human. Her most famous work, The Vegetarian, is similarly unflinching. The novel tells the story of a woman who decides to stop eating meat after a series of unsettling dreams. Her decision sparks a cascade of reactions from her family, society, and even herself. While the premise might sound simple, the novel quickly spirals into an exploration of bodily autonomy, mental illness, and the complex relationships between our inner selves and the external world. In her writing, Han Kang often explores how personal trauma connects to larger historical wounds. In The White Book, for instance, she reflects on the grief of losing her older sister, who died just a few hours after birth. The novel is filled with meditations on the color white, symbolizing both purity and mourning. It's another example of how she uses poetic prose to navigate the deepest emotional landscapes. But what makes Han Kang truly special is the way she combines these heavy, often painful themes with a sense of beauty and lyricism. Her prose is elegant and spare, yet filled with emotional depth. It's a rare talent, and it's one of the reasons why her writing has resonated with so many readers. Now, let's talk about how Han Kang reacted to this life-changing honor. After the Swedish Academy announced her as the recipient of the 2024 Nobel Prize in Literature, Academy Permanent Secretary Mats Malm revealed that he had spoken to Han Kang over the phone. Surprisingly, she wasn't prepared for the news at all. According to Malm, Han was having an ordinary day, having just finished dinner with her son. Imagine that, going about your daily life, then suddenly receiving a call telling you that you've won one of the most prestigious awards in the world. While Han Kang wasn't expecting this recognition, the preparations have already begun for the Nobel Prize ceremony in December, where she'll be officially presented with her prize. So, what does this one mean, not just for Han Kang, but for literature as a whole? First and foremost, this award brings global attention to Korean literature. While South Korea has produced many incredible writers, the international literary community has only recently begun to take notice. Han Kang's Nobel Prize will undoubtedly open doors for more Korean authors to share their stories with the world, shining a light on the rich, complex history and culture of the country. This one also solidifies the importance of literature that confronts trauma, both personal and historical. In an era where many of us are grappling with issues like identity, mental health, and societal change, Han Kang's work serves as a powerful reminder of the role literature plays in helping us process these challenges. Through her books, we're invited to witness the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable suffering. In conclusion, Han Kang's Nobel Prize in Literature is a triumph not just for her, but for anyone who believes in the power of storytelling. Her works challenge us, move us, and leave us with a deeper understanding of the fragility of human life. If you haven't read any of her books yet, now's the perfect time to dive in. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content about the world's most influential writers and their works. Let us know in the comments, what's your favorite Han Kang novel? Or, which book are you excited to read next? See you in the next video.